Hey, what announcements have I got here? Oh, I have new gifts and friend requests and stuff. I got emails about those. Pizza Girl 1015 and Shady Lane, or it could be Shadilan or something. No, I'm pretty sure it's Shady Lane, but it's like that name, Shadynasty, that's spelled Shady Nasty. So Shady Lane could be Shadilan. I also have gifts. Lots of gifts, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, the same person. Thank you. What's this? Oh, it's an obelisk vine. Thank you. I actually think Don McCarthy is pretty much like furnishing this house, sending gifts. Well, actually, I haven't actually put any of them in the house. I don't think. I'm going to sell them all. Do I have another gnome? I have another gnome. I don't know when I got him. Let's get rid of all this stuff anyway. Oh, where'd he go? Ah, come back. I want to name you. He's probably over here with these ones. That's him. This one is Sergio. Like Sergio Berlusconi, the famous Italian Prime Minister and sex pest. I think he's running again, despite being convicted of corruption and stuff. It's pretty funny. Only in Italy. Just like, it's alright. He's a nice guy. He make the best of pizza. Sorry, Italians. I'm not sure if he makes the best pizza. That was a lie. He might be terrible at it. I make nice pizza, actually. I've made it from scratch before. I've made chocolate pizza from scratch before. It's both horrifying and delicious at the same time. It's basically you make pizza dough and, you know, do the regular thing, flatten it out into pizza shape. Then you cover it in Nutella, and then I used Milky Way magic stars sprinkled on top, little marshmallows sprinkled on top. Stick it in the oven at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. And that's 200 Celsius, not Fahrenheit, I think. Yeah, it is 200 Celsius. That's what ovens use. I don't know. You see, 200 Celsius seems really warm, but then I'm thinking it is an oven. It is meant to incinerate things. So, yeah. I don't know what 200 Celsius is in Fahrenheit. Like 20 million or something. The Fahrenheit scale confuses me. All the numbers are really large. So anyway, yeah. You stick it in the oven, 200 degrees for, how long did I say, 15 minutes? And then take it out, and literally, like, one slice of it is enough to fill you up for the day and make you feel a little like getting sick. But it's delicious. Just so much chocolate and pizza dough and everything crammed into one snack. It's just amazing. You have to try it. In fact, I challenge everyone watching this to make their own chocolate pizza and let me know how it goes in the comments. I want to see if I can make this a thing people just do for a snack. Actually, if you can buy blank pizza dough, I'm not sure if blank is the right word. Plain pizza dough, I suppose, is better. If you're able to buy that, I'm not sure if you can, but if you could buy that already made, then it would be a perfect snack. You don't even have to make the dough. Also been reading up a bit on this new SimCity game, and you guys probably know this by now. It's probably, you know, first, I'm probably late to the party finding this out, and second, you know, I'm a couple of months in the past, but Apparently it's going to have always online, like DRM, like you have to be online at all times to play it. I'm just like, oh, well, that's my interest killed. Which is a shame. It looked like a really good game, but yeah, I'm not going to buy it if that's how it's going to work, because single player games, you know, they should be offline. You should be allowed to play a game you buy offline. If you think about it, what's going to happen in 10 years when they've taken their servers offline and you decide, oh, I want to play SimCity? You're not going to be able to. Their server's gone. So basically you're paying them, like, whatever it is, probably about €50 to get this game. And then you're only allowed to play it for however many years they think it's profitable to keep the servers online. I mean, that's ridiculous. If they're going to make a game like that, then they should charge less money for it. It should be like, I don't know, €15. I'd pay €15 for a game like that. That would be fine. But yeah, oh, it's completely ridiculous. I expected better of Maxis, but I suppose EA own them now. And EA have, you know, I don't know, I think EA were a little bit evil around the time I started this Legacy Challenge, but in the last few months, oh my god, they've turned into supervillains. Oh, I'm just like through trying to see their side of things. Like, oh, I'm giving the new SimCity a miss. But I will continue to play the old SimCity games because they are very good. Oh, school time. He has a girlfriend his own age, doesn't he? Oh, yeah. Sort of. I don't like her hair. It looks like a helmet. It's just too tight or something. It's like it's all matted into a helmet that she wears, like a crash helmet. No, it wouldn't be my kind of thing. It's like a helmet version of a Polish plait, which is the most horrible hairstyle ever. You probably haven't heard of it even. But I looked this up. I think it was a link to on Wikipedia by someone. But basically, a Polish plait is either a hairstyle or hair disease, depending on who you are, you know, talking about it. It's where people plait their hair together and then don't wash it and just let like all the oils and dirt and stuff build up to sort of fuse it together into just a big matted carpet of stuff. I don't think people generally do it these days, but my god, like what you end up with basically is one single filthy dreadlock on top of your head with like bits of dead skin flaking off. It just seems horrible. I don't know why someone would do that. I think it was more of a medieval thing than a modern thing. But still. So, yeah. What else have I been doing recently? I'm nearly caught up with the current episode of Fringe. I think I'm one episode behind the one they're airing on television, which in some ways, you know, it's nice. I got into the program while the final series was airing, so I've kind of caught up with it just in time so that, you know, I won't have a big wait in between seasons to resolve any cliffhangers or anything. On the other hand, it's going to be annoying when I watch this next episode and realise that from now on I'm going to have to watch the next episodes as they air. Why is there a gnome on this? Oh, it's Sergio. What's he doing up there? I didn't know they could do that. But anyway, yeah, I kind of hate when that happens with a TV show. You get used to watching episodes back to back, and then suddenly you've caught up. You have to wait for new ones. But yeah, kind of stuck with it, I guess. Just just checking out my portrait gallery again. I haven't had a look in a couple of videos. It hasn't changed in a couple of videos. No one new has been born or aged up. I haven't watched The Tribe in ages, actually. I kind of gave up on it in midway through series 4 because it had just gotten silly. And then I got back into it for like a day and then gave up again. It's just the premise is completely gone by that stage. It's turned from, you know, a sort of drama about kids surviving the apocalypse to a drama about futuristic laser ray guns and stuff and virtual reality. It's just stretching credibility too much. Oh no, that grave is misaligned. Typical Starla. Never follows the rules. I'm going to have to start filling in these other holes if I want to continue the graveyard. Okay, no, he's a vampire and it's daytime. You, Mandy, you're not a vampire. Fill that in. Looks like she's a grave digger or something. Oh no, someone's spreading rumours about Bert. Why? What's he done to people? He's a nice guy. Who keeps making all this food? Look how many leftovers are in the fridge. There's leftover everything. This is going to cost us a fortune. Stop making food, everyone. It's too much. And look, a lot of it isn't even great quality. This is horrifying. Oh, you probably shouldn't be eating that. Okay, need to perk Bruise up so we can get some homework done. Is this the Sims equivalent of using like performance enhancing steroids? Because I just feel like this machine should be illegal. You just give yourself a zap and you're in the perfect mood to do whatever you want. Oh, don't interrupt him. No, he's doing his homework. Parents in The Sims, they just don't care. What did I see in his inventory? Oh, an architectural design portfolio. Does he still have a stuffed toy? Oh yeah, he still has one from when he was younger. I must have never taken it out. At least I'm not getting hassled like I was with Hesper. That little bastard. Oh no, Bert, what are you doing? He's... Okay, it's sundown. He's safe enough out there, I think. It's fine. He'll just get a bit of sunburn. Nothing above 2nd degree, I'd say. I've actually gotten very bad sunburn before. I once got sunburn to the point I had big yellow blisters. It was horrible. And I was wearing sunblock. I just went swimming and it washed off and I forgot to top it up. And it was very, very, very sore. I mean, okay, it looked worse than it felt. It actually looked disgusting. It looked like my skin was bubbling off on my shoulders. But, yeah, that's a nice mental image for everyone watching this. But the pain wasn't too bad once I put a couple of bandages on it and some, like, burn cream. And it healed in a couple of days. It was also kind of very satisfying when the blisters sort of went down. You know, like eventually they just sort of... I don't know if they pop or they ooze or whatever, but they just sort of back down to like normal level. It's amazingly satisfying. Also quite painful, but satisfying. I've probably made everyone like throw up with that now, so I'm sorry for getting vomit on your keyboard. Well, I'd say that I'm going to pay to have it cleaned for you, but I'm really not. Once you've heard the start of the burn story, you really should have, you know, got out of the room if you can't handle that kind of thing. Although, like, I'm fairly strong-stomached with these things, but the one thing that really got to me and made me feel really sort of queasy was there's this film called Martyrs. It's a horror film, and I actually wouldn't recommend anyone watching it because it's just horrible. It's not entertaining horror, it's literally just horrible stuff on screen the whole time. Like, this is coming from me. I love the Saw films. I actually think the Saw films have a really interesting story. And, you know, it's kind of novel to see what devices they think up for the next ones. But, I mean, you know, I'd have to say, I would probably wince a bit at some of the stuff that happens, but there's entertainment in there anyway, in a way. But Martyrs, there's no entertainment in it. It's literally just horrific, horrendous stuff for like 2 hours, and it just goes on. Oh, like, you think it's going to end, and then there's more, and yeah, I won't even talk about the stuff in it because I don't know. I don't want to be forced to remember. Just steer clear of it. That's my advice. There are probably worse films out there, I mean. There are pretty bad ones. I don't know, maybe that's something for the comments as well. The most horrifying film you've ever seen. I'm going to say Martyrs, but as my one anyway. But it's close. There are others that are similarly sort of yeah-y. No, I do love horror as a genre in general, though. Like, I love big cheesy horror films. You know, that like the crazy slasher ones like Scream and Friday the 13th and all of those things, and even the sort of rip-off rubbishy ones like Cry Wolf. I love all of those films. They're like probably my favorite genre. And I almost think the worse it is, like the more cheap and cliched, the better. Because there's nothing more sort of satisfying than going to the cinema, going to see a film that's only on in like screen 1, which is like the tiny screen at the bottom floor, and there's hardly anyone in there, and you just watch this really god-awful horror film, like with terrible acting and predictable action, but it's amusing. It's just generally funny. I think that's the appeal. The sort of humour in the cheesiness. I am actually a massive fan of bad films as well. Like, if I was to talk, my favourite film of all time is probably The Room. And I'm not sure if any of you have seen this. It's unusual. It's basically like a romantic drama thing that's so terrible it's sort of looped right back round into being one of the best comedies ever written. I don't have much more time in this video. I'll talk about it more in the next one. But it is just amazing. I'm not even sure, actually. I might have mentioned it before in an earlier video. If I did, then sorry for repeating myself. But if I didn't, then you're in for a treat. I don't feel like checking. There's like a full 24 hours of videos for me to watch back through to double check that, because I don't make notes when I'm doing this. I just, if I want to check if I've talked about something, I kind of have to jump back and go through all the videos. And it's gotten to the point where I really can't do that. There's too many of them. So, yeah. Think of it as like when television has reruns.